All right, everybody, welcome to the Over and Under podcast. It has been a minute, okay? Vacations have been going on, work schedules have been switched. As you see, James fuzzy hair, me, he may have been partying too hard this weekend. You know what I mean? You know how my boy get to it during wintertime. It got a little chilly up there in the panhandle of Texas, so it might be time for him to get a Modelo straight out the fridge. James, how are you?
Tired. It's been a long few weeks. Probably just gonna get worse. So we here though.
We are here for the chaos for the games that have happened since we last met. But James, I don't care about the games. I'm gonna be honest with you. This sport is insane. Let's just first top it off. The Lane Kiffin fiasco. Okay. Lane Kiffin for the last 3 weeks has been lingering Ole Miss that he may go to Florida, he may go to LSU, he may stay at Ole Miss. He said he didn't know yet, right? Said he was gonna pray about it, but we see his family taking visits to Florida. There was a $3 million house bought in Florida. Then we see his family taking visits to LSU, sons taking visits to high schools in Baton Rouge. I mean, and then Ole Miss is like, no, he's like, nah, I'm here. I want to be, Ole Miss. This is my home. This is where my dad, he walked these halls, right? We got that whole fiasco. Then we get reports that after the game, he's making demands like even if Bama loses the Auburn game and we go to the SEC championship game, I want to coach that, but I'm going to take the job to LSU. And LSU was like, you can't coach. We're not going to allow you to coach. He was like, well, if you're not going to allow me to coach, then I'm just going to take the whole offensive staff. And they're like, okay, do what you got to do. You can't coach the team in the playoffs if you take this LSU job, nor are we going to allow you in the building to even tell the players. Like, you're going to tell the leadership group what you're doing, and then we'll have a big conversation with the whole team. But as far as you talking with the whole players, because you're probably going to want to steal players, steal more coaches, and everything, right? That happened. Are we worried about Kiffin? Is Kiffin wrong?
Th- I mean, this ain't the first time he's done something like this. It's 5 other instances where he just dipped on the team. So did we expect anything different this time around? Especially with all uh this fiasco of everything building up and everything like that. The decision, quote unquote, like LeBron. Like, did we expect anything different? I know I didn't. As soon as
I
they
did
said
though. I did because he said he's grown. Did you watch the documentary that he had
no,
on
but I
Amazon?
did I did see the quotes and stuff that he's grown and he's changed and stuff like that. But as soon as they give you an ultimatum, yeah, about like you got to make a decision this weekend on Sunday or Monday or whatever after the game, I already knew what was up. As soon as they said, yeah, we got to make a decision after this game, and it was gonna be something like this. And then he's locking himself in the office and stuff, trying to stay away from this leadership group because he ain't trying to talk right now. It was up. I knew it was up. I said, okay, we about to go down this road again. Like nothing new, nothing different. And I don't even care, bro. I really don't. Like a shout out to Lane Kiffin. You want to move on, you want to move on, but it's also Ole Miss in this leadership group. They're at fault too of just trying to put all this pressure on them, like make a decision, make a decision, make a decision. And that comes to my point with all these coaches moving and stuff like that. There got to be a better time of making these type of decisions, not in the right at the end of the season where there's playoff implications, there's conference championships. We can't wait till push this to January or something like that, or after the bowl game. I don't know, something besides just, oh, I got a team in the playoffs, but I also have to make a decision about my future right now before we even get into the playoffs. And now he's not even going to coach. Half of that staff ain't even there anymore to coach this team. Lane Kiffin's out. Ole Miss is that pissed off ex, throwing his clothes out into the outside,
Did you see
booing
that?
him.
That was crazy. That was insane.
Yeah, talking bad about him on Twitter, talking about get our name out your bio, all this other stuff. And I get it, y'all mad. I understand, but man, like there got to be a better time of doing all these type of things instead of just right now in this crazy time of playoff implications and stuff. It's just wild, bro. And I knew it was gonna be something crazy like this. What's it called? Tennessee, USC, getting kicked off of Alabama staff, the Raiders, and what else?
The
USF
tarmac.
or wherever he had coach, FIU, whatever he was at. The term exactly, bro. Like I don't know why people thought anything would be different, but hey, kudos to him. He got paid. He's going to LSU. Do what you gotta do, bro. I really thought he was gonna stay at Ole Miss, but here we are.
I thought he was gonna stay at Ole Miss, but once I seen reports from I think it was Ross Dellinger that Ole Miss has started searching for coaches, I was like, they know. Like they know, like they're not either they know or they're like they're fed up. They're like, we don't even care anymore. Like, just go ahead and go. To me, that's not even the craziest coach that's left, and they still have to coach a conference championship game too. Mind you, Memphis, Ryan Silverfield is the coach for Arkansas. He's 4-0 bowl record, 50 and 25. He was the head coach for 7 seasons. He led them to a back-to-back double digit wins in 2023 and 2024, and he is hired to Arkansas. Mind you, he coaches against John Summerall, who just got hired by Florida. They hate him, by the way. I want you to understand. John Summerall is Billy Napier 2.0 for this fan base. He's from the G5. He's from Louisiana. And he's from the G5. They don't like him. And he's a defensive minded coach. All right. Not to say he is 42-11. He had 4 seasons with Troy and Tulane. He's 19-17 record. He's 23-4 record with Troy. He's won 2 Sun Belt conferences, okay, championships with Troy, and he has a career 1-1 bowl record. Not really proven, but Florida said, "Hey, here are the keys." They play a conference game this week. National Signing Day is early. National Signing Day is Wednesday. What about the team you're leaving? Like, what about the team that you're leaving and the team that you're joining? Like, how do you juggle that? The commitments that the kids have made during the summer to work out and get to this point, and now you're like, yeah, I'm leaving though. I'm sorry. I gotta go do better. I gotta do better things. I don't blame anything that happens in the transfer portal because of this stuff that happens. This stuff right here that happens with head coaches. I don't care if
Yeah,
kids be like,
yeah,
I'm gonna commit, and then be like, nah, release me. I don't care, bro, because this is insane. This is insane.
yeah. No, I agree. Like, if you're gonna be moving like that, then I don't care if this kid wants to decommit or jump in the portal or whatever, and y'all shouldn't be even saying nothing either. You see these coaches just jumping ship like this, having these full commitments for players and everything, especially like these G5 schools, and having these kids coming in because these schools are doing well, and soon as a big opportunity pops up, you're like, hey, sorry, but I'm out. You want to follow? Cool. If not, it is what it is. I'm not tripping. So I don't want to hear social media people and TikTok or whatever talking about, oh well, these kids, they just can't commit anymore. It's all about the money. These coaches all about the money as well, bro. They just right there behind them. All they want is get to a bigger program, get more money, get more NIL stuff, bigger boosters, try to win over there so they can get paid as well. everybody wants to move up a level. Everyone wants to be the next Nick Saban. Everybody wants to be the next Clemson. And no shade to them at all. But I don't want you to turn around and just blame the players that the players only want to get paid. The players only want this. The players only want that. Coaches are same thing, especially the coaches coming from like G5s and stuff like that. It is what it is. That's just how it moves. Money talks, and as you can tell, everyone's showing their ass right now with how things are moving.
I mean, they asked you a question. Hey, we heard you were leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm committed to this team. We got one more game. 24 hours. Thank you, USF. We appreciate everything you've done for me and the Golders family. I'm out. What? Like, at some point, bro, we have to hold them to a higher standard. Now, we had talked prior. We would talk prior to Alex Golesh leaving. I thought he was going to Florida. I thought he would be a good fit at Florida. He's already knows the state, right? Already been in the SEC. Has Florida kids on his roster, right? Has the staff, everything. I thought, okay, cool. Florida needs to go for him. Florida wanted to go to G5 and go get John Summerall, Billy Napier 2.0. Cool. Auburn said, yeah, we're going to give DJ Durkin a chance against Alabama. He won the SEC if he can knock them out the SEC championship. Didn't happen. However, I will say this. Alex Golesh, DJ Durkin, if they can figure it out, I will watch every game of Auburn. Every game. If they can figure it out. Do I blame Golesh for leaving? I do not, because he has been in he was Tennessee's offensive coordinator. Took the USF job, right? He was a coordinator, took a head coaching job, get his, basically get in the mix, get the picture of what it is to be a head coach in the NIL era and in a G5 program. You already got the SEC basically resume or experience. So you go to Auburn. You can't do that. I mean, how bad could he do, James? To be honest, 8-4 is a good year at Auburn. The 4 games you got to lose though can't be. Can't be like Kentucky, Missouri, and Mississippi State or whatever. It could be like you lose to Georgia, A&M. Like the first year, you could lose to Georgia, A&M, Bama, and maybe Texas. Like they can respect you for that. You win everything else, 8-4. You don't get to the college football playoffs. We don't know how that's gonna look next year. But you don't get to the college football players the first year, but you 8-4. I can respect that in that first year SEC.
And with the Alabama, that loss.
I mean, I would be okay with the Alabama loss 1 year. But when we play it at our house, no. Every time we play the Iron Bowl at our house, you better not lose at all.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens over there in Auburn. It's going to be interesting. I'm more interested in LSU because if they have a full collapse next year and after this whole ring around the rosy type shit, I'm going to die laughing. I'm going to
You want to know what's funny?
There's no reason to go ahead.
Their defensive coordinator, Blake Baker, he interviewed for the Tulane job today. Like I'm telling you, this is a shit show.
I know. It's crazy. And that's why again I'm gonna reiterate it. We need to move this type of decisions to the end of the season, bro. You have too many kids that you're recruiting right now. You have too many players that are on these rosters looking forward to these bowl games or playoff games with the coach that's there, and now they're just sitting there, just what the hell happened? Especially Ole Miss,
Basically.
they're a playoff team, and move on from that, going forward into these playoffs. Lane Kiffin is gone. He's not going to be there. Offense coordinator, whoever, and you got to go play. Let's say, I don't know, Oregon or something like that. Are you in the right mindset to even compete? And and G said, like, maybe we should just drop some of these teams, or like, and I thought maybe just like a 10, 11 seed or something, because they don't have their head coach anymore. So how well do we think these teams are gonna perform now without them? So
But
I
you
don't know. I'll
punish
leave
the
it at that.
team.
What do you think?
The players play on the field. The coach is just coach. But the players have to execute the plays. You can't hurt the players. They won them games. Yeah, the coaches call the plays, but they executed those plays and they won those games. They suited up, they put helmet to helmet, right? Wrapped up, threw the football, ran the football, tough yards, linemen blocked. The coaches just called the plays. The coaches just had the strings, but the players really put in work. I don't think that would be right. I don't think that would be right. However, I didn't think it was right that Florida State. Well, I'm gonna say I didn't think it was right. Probably after months after, I didn't think it was right that Florida State got left out the playoff when their quarterback got hurt. Right? I didn't think it was right. I knew why, but I didn't think it was right.
Yeah.
Georgia got left off the playoff, and they only had one loss, and that was to Alabama in the SEC championship. They went undefeated the rest of the year, and they only lost to Alabama that one time in the SEC championship. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's not right, but at the end of the day, if the committee does do that, they open up another gate. Because what if next year Alabama job comes open and Kiffin and them are 11-1, and he goes, "Well, I want the Alabama job now." You're gonna knock LSU
Mm-hmm.
from the 7th seed to the 10th seed? No home game? LSU? No home. Yeah, okay. Like we gotta snip everything in the bud. The committee has to stop putting these, oh well, if this happens, then we could change. No. Put it in the language and make it stern. If you're saying if a key player as far as a quarterback, or that was only the key player. If a quarterback gets hurt on your team and he's a playoff, you get knocked down so many spots or you don't get home. Make that be known. So then coaches who have quarterbacks, maybe not injury prone, maybe take a lot of hits or playing somebody that they don't really need their quarterback, they can sit them out. Why not? Why if Georgia's gonna make the playoffs, why do they gotta play damn, I can't remember his name. Why they gotta play Gunnar Stockton in the SEC championship game? He's gonna risk getting hurt and then you're gonna leave him out? Like the language has to be basically arranged to, we gotta know like what is it gonna be to me.
Side tangent on that. There was this dude that he's a Georgia fan, and he's mad that Georgia has to play that extra game in the SEC championship because, just like you said, with injuries and stuff, you never know what's gonna happen on the field. So it's just funny because like you would think people would be happy that, oh yeah, Georgia, they made it to the SEC championship, or Alabama made it to the SEC championship, but some people were like, we don't need that extra game. Like we want to be national champs, just not SEC champs. So, but anyway,
That used to mean something back in the
go ahead.
day.
My fault.
Like that used to mean something back in the day for real. You're an SEC champion. Okay, cool. You're SEC champion. You go to the playoffs. Say you lose in the national championship. Okay, cool. I still won the SEC. When they come back next season and talk, they're gonna say Texas, the SEC champion. Yes, they lost in the playoffs, but they ran the SEC last year. They were the top dog. That's still respect in the streets. Now it's becoming like just a cone in the street. Like it's a blockade. Like you can't, like it's blocking your whole goal of a national championship when it should boost you, right? I mean, SEC championship, you still get a
Yeah.
trophy. If I'm concerned. But hey man, we got two more coaches stuff we need to talk about. Penn State. Hello, welcome to the party. It's nice for you to join when everybody is gone, you know? I mean, your coach that you fired, James Franklin, he took your whole recruiting class to Virginia Tech. They're going to be wearing, I don't even know what the color is, what kind of purple that is, with a little bit of orange on it. And they're gonna in a stadium that the fans show up. If even if their team sucks, the fans show up and they got their own tradition. And he is 100% in. And you said, okay, hey, maybe we should not hire the guy that had a, Joe Paterno pin on his shirt. Maybe we should go get somebody, maybe a Catholic, or Mormon. Head coach Kalani Sitake is the current head candidate for Penn State's coaching job. He's 83-44. He's 5-2 wins in bowl games. He whooped the shit out of Colorado last year in the bowl game. I don't know if y'all remember that. Is he a great fit? Don't know. Is he a fit? He could fit. He could fit moral wise, traditionally for Penn State. I think Sataki can fit. Will he bring a lot of BYU players? He's gonna have to because Penn State doesn't have anything. They don't have a recruiting class anymore. All of them are in Virginia, but like James Franklin has flipped like 8 people in one night. That was just last night. He had flipped like 5 to 8 people from Penn State to Virginia Tech. If that's not the biggest, and I'm sorry for my language, that's not the biggest fuck you. I mean, like, what is? Insane.
Um, hasn't that dude been the BYU coach for like years and years? Or am I tripping?
Like 5 years.
Oh, 5 years? I don't know
2016.
why I thought he's
No,
been there
sorry.
forever.
10 seasons. He's been there for 10 years.
Yeah, okay. You think he's gonna leave that to go to Penn State if he's been with BYU forever? And I know it's like a commitment thing to BYU as well. So like, is he just up and done with that and going to Penn State? You think?
You know what you said earlier? You said money talks and bullshit walks. The numbers that I heard was Penn State was offering 7 to 8 figures, closer to 8. If I did 10 with you at BYU and somebody calling me offering me 8 figures, look, pimp, I got nothing but love and respect for y'all. Once I get done with this Penn State stuff, I may come back and be y'all GM. You know I'm good for it. Maybe I don't take your players. Maybe I don't take some of your players. I'm taking the quarterback though. Let's just go ahead and get that off the paint. The quarterback is coming with me. And maybe the defense. Quarterback is definitely coming with me. I recruited him. We locked in. It is what it is. Sorry. But yes, I think he would definitely leave. Definitely leave BYU.
Interesting. I don't know, man. I feel like he's been there for so long. And him and that Utah coach. So I feel like they're just set in their ways. I could be wrong. Like I said earlier, money talks, and this dude might jump ship for all I know. But I don't know. I just don't see him leaving BYU.
What's the poll? What do you think? 70-30 he leaves, 70-30 he doesn't? 50-50, 60-40?
I would say probably 60-40.
He leaves or he stays?
60-40 he leaves. Well, yeah, 60-40 he leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much. That's $20 million too much, James. That little 20%. That's
I,
the $20
I
million right there.
again, I was wrong earlier before too. I thought Lane Kiffin was gonna stay at Ole Miss, so I could be wrong again. For all I know, ain't no
Well,
telling with the way
you
this
could be
coach is
1 and
moving.
1, or you could be 0 and 2. I mean, we can, we can
Yeah,
start a real poll here.
yeah.
I
So
think he
I could
leaves
be wrong.
because of the money. I mean, that Penn State is a, I don't want to say destination job, but kind of like a legacy job. Like, you done all you can for BYU, really. I mean, you could listen, if he wins the Big 12 championship, I don't know. That's that,
Let's
and
win
then
that
that's
Big
like
12
a,
championship.
yeah. Then there's like a, I don't know. But if he doesn't, if he gets like blown out, look, man, I done everything I could. Appreciate y'all boys. I'm on the plane. You feel me? To Penn State in a whiteout. Could you imagine? You know how big Kalani Sitake is? Stocky dude in a white cap, all white out in Penn State. Oh, he gonna have them boys rocking. He gonna have them boys rock. You know he coming up, and you know all the, and don't get mad when I say this. You know all the Samoans is following him. Let's just keep it a buck.
Why would I
All
get
right.
mad?
No, I'm talking about the people listening to this.
Oh,
Don't get mad. You're gonna be like, Charles, that was kind of racist. It wasn't racial. It was just truthful. Okay. It People follow their people. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Fran Brown. He got Tusi, the rapper, to follow him. So I mean, it's a lot of shit going on these
we
days.
ain't gonna talk about that.
So Sataki, Penn State is looking at him to take over the keys that James Franklin left behind. Kentucky, I know you don't like to hear this, James. Oregon offensive coordinator William Steen. He's from Louisville. He went to the University of Louisville. However, both of his parents are Kentucky alumni. He's 26-4 overall as Lane Kiffin's offensive coordinator / quarterback coach. So that means he coached Bo Nix. He made Dylan
Lane
Gabriel
Kiffin?
some. Who?
You said Lane Kiffin.
That's him? No, Dan Lanning. Damn. William Steen was Dan Lanning's offensive coordinator, quarterback coach. Bo Nix, Dylan Gabriel, and now Dante Moore has been under his realm. They were all good, pretty good, I would say, quarterbacks in college. I don't know about NFL. That's a whole other thing. But he did his job in college, right? How do you feel about this? Because this, I mean, y'all got a home playoff game. It's stamped. To be honest with you, in Eugene, it will be rocking first round.
I mean, everybody wants to get a head coaching job, so I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. Now, depending on when that happens, that's a whole different thing. Are we marching through until we get out the playoffs or win a national championship, or are we jumping ship in the middle? That's going to be the real icing on the cake with how I feel about it. But as of right now, I mean, hey, kudos to you for possibly getting getting a head coaching job. Yeah, I mean, he did well at Oregon with being an offensive coordinator, coaching up these quarterbacks to do what they did at Oregon. Yeah, sure, get you a gig, man. Kentucky's a, a school. I'd say that one of the schools of the SEC. One of the schools of the SEC. So good luck to you if you do take that job. But let's make it through these playoffs and then go from there.
Kentucky's take the paycheck, do the job, basically. That's what it
Yeah.
is. However, maybe he could change it. He is coming from a psychotic, pretty coach. I mean,
Hey,
if Kentucky goes bowling and maybe 8-3 or like 6-6 first year, that's progress. You know
when
who's
was the
going to be
last
at the
time
bottom?
Kentucky was good at football?
I was about to
2018?
I was about to say Sam Bradford went there, but I forgot who was the
Sam
quarterback.
Bradford.
I was about to say Sam Bradford. Let's see, Kentucky's football records. I'm gonna look this up year by year.
2018. I was spot on with that.
10-3.
They went 10
Oh,
and
they were
3.
10.
Yeah.
Well, they went 10-3 in 2021.
Oh, why does that mean 2018? Well, 2021 then. Well, no, you can't even count that because all their wins are vacated due to violations.
Man, I ain't okay. All right, then NCAA Fed. That's crazy. Yo, we got a Fed on the podcast. Yo, insane.
What happened in 2021? Hold on. Go ahead. Sorry, I gotta look at this now.
I don't know what happened in 2021. Who was I really got to know who was the quarterback with 2021 because
I don't know. Why did it take me that far back?
Mark Stoops was the coach. I can tell you that. William Levis was the quarterback. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's who I was. I was wondering who was the quarterback of Kentucky that got him over. Is William Levis was the quarterback.
I was trying to think of the
So,
running back. You remember they had a really good running back for a while?
no, I
I
don't
can't remember
remember
his
anything.
name.
I don't remember anything from Kentucky.
But anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, William Steen, Kentucky. That is what we're looking at. All right. So let me do this poll, and then we can get to the games that we miss. Kind of gonna go over them, but I really want to get to this poll and then the games coming up. Who loses their job first out of the new coaches? If everything stands, if Penn State, if Sataki goes to Penn State, Steen goes to Oregon, Golish, Auburn, Florida, Summerall, Arkansas, Silverfield, Lane Kiffin, LSU. Who gets fired? Now, who leaves? Who gets fired first?
um, damn. I think probably dude in Florida. I feel like they've been wanting to win for so long, and they've had it. They need their next Tim Tebow, Urban Meyer type of vibe, and they need something here and now. So they may give them this one season, like we said, the 3-year rule. They maybe give them that, if even that. And if they drop a game like Florida State, Miami, or some bullshit like that, excuse my language, or they the bottom of the SEC, yeah, he ain't gonna make it.
You remember how Urban Meyer got fired for basically having his hands in the pants, having his hands in another girl's pants at the bar, and they photoshopped him. Someone's gonna catch Lane Kiffin at a frat party or something, or in somebody's bedroom he shouldn't be in, with his pants down to his
No way.
ankles. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be all she wrote. That's gonna be the career ender for Lane Kiffin, all his fanatics, because he can't keep his pants up. All right, can't keep it buckled. Can't keep his belt buckled. I think
Man,
Lane Kiffin's
he
getting
married.
fired. You thought Ed Origin was horrible. Ed Origin was verbal assault, verbal sexual assault. This shit with Lane is about to go insane. So, Lane, please, please, please. Or could you imagine if Whit Weeks got his daughter? I mean, I'm not going into that. Okay, listen. Yeah, we're not going into that. Anyway, okay, who do you think has the most wins their first season?
I think Auburn.
Auburn?
I think they have all the pieces. They just need the quarterback. And if they can go out and get a quarterback, I think they'll be all right.
You want to know if they can keep KJ Jackson? I think Ryan Silverfield at Arkansas has a chance to get some
Arkansas.
wins. Yeah, I really do.
When's the last time
They got
Arkansas been good?
in basketball or football. Like which
Football.
what are we talking about? All right, look, we gotta look this up because we're gonna see when's the last time Arkansas football record.
Derek McFadden? Nah, it had to been sooner than
Derek
that.
McFadden, bro. I forgot about McFadden. McFadden was crazy. They were 9-4 in 2021.
Okay.
So, Yeah, 9-4 2021. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were right behind Kentucky in that 10-3 season.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
all right, here we go. Iron Bowl, Bama versus Auburn. What'd you think?
Oh man, I thought Alabama was gonna run away with it for a minute, and then all of a sudden Auburn figured out how to move the football. And G said in the group chat talking about he needed some upsets, and I thought a few of these were gonna happen. I thought it was some of these were gonna happen. It didn't fall that way, but there were close ones. They were close, and this was one of them where I was like, okay, Auburn, let's flip the script then. Might as well. Everything else is
That's
up in flames.
insane. The
Just
hate
keep it
watch was
rolling.
insane. Oh my gosh.
Like just keep it rolling then. Shoot, but they fell short. But it is what it is. They played better than what I thought they were gonna play. Auburn all year has been like right there. They just don't have the quarterback play to back it up.
You know who said that and got
Always
fired? Their coach.
say what?
You know who always said that we're right there, we're so close, and he got fired.
I mean, he's not wrong. He wasn't wrong, but you got to figure out a different way to win. If you're right there, you got to find a way to win. And of course, they haven't. And aren't they like the top of in the nation in defense or something like that? They've held everybody like under 30 points every game. They just can't score themselves. And yeah, and that's been the case for Auburn. And that what's his name? Cam Coleman fumble kind of through things and being down 17-0. That's it. So shout out to them.
Cam Coleman fumble was perfect. Ray Hubbard is one of them white boys that probably could be on the Eagles secondary. You know what I mean? They get add another white boy to your flock if you see. You know, I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous, especially with Todd taking so many hits. I was just like, bro, can we protect the quarterback, please? But then he got to running, and let me tell you, my dad. Oh my gosh, James, my dad texted me. He said, 2022 top in a dual threat quarterback. He said they're finally running him. He was like, they'll win all the games they need if he can run 40 to 60 yards. Insane.
He just picked the wrong game.
I know, right? The parlay didn't hit then, but it definitely hit last week. It definitely hit last week. Do you think Bama, if Bama loses the SEC championship, do you think they still get in?
And that was the question I was going to ask you.
They're number one in the SEC right now. They're number one in the SEC.
We have how many teams? SEC teams, like 5 of them that should be playoff deserving. We have Alabama losing to Florida State is going to be the thing, and also Oklahoma. But before you jump in, it's going to be the same case for Texas as well. They have 3 top 10 wins, but everybody's going to circle around to that Florida game. So for Alabama, if they lose this game in the SEC, that's going to be the question too. Y'all lost to Florida State. Y'all went on a win streak. Lost to Oklahoma. Who lost to Texas? So do we keep y'all in there? I don't know. So this is like a must-win game for them. Georgia's going to be in regardless, I believe. But Alabama is going to be on the fringe of just falling out, or they're going to get like the last seed, like a 9 or 10 or something like that if they lose.
If they lose, and we got to go to goddamn Eugene to play a fucking playoff game, I'm going to be livid. Absolutely livid. However, if they lose and they're not in, you can count this playoff being over. Like all this shit being over. And I'm not, and this is not coming from me just as a fan. the number one team in the SEC, the number one team in the SEC as far as rankings, because of a conference game, is it going to get in the playoffs? Absolutely, they lost to Oklahoma. It was a close game. If I do recall, the Florida State, yeah, that was bad. That was bad, but it was a top ACC program. I
Uh,
mean,
uh.
Florida State is known for being a top ACC program. Let's keep it a buck. I'm not saying they are, but they're known. Okay, we didn't run from no smoke. We took that L. We beat Georgia at Georgia. We beat LSU. We beat Auburn. We beat Tennessee. We beat Missouri. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? We didn't struggle with Kentucky. We didn't go to overtime with Mississippi State. I'm just keeping it. Just keep it a buck. And I want Texas in the playoffs, but it should be at the helm of BYU not getting in because that conference is a fucking joke.
Listen, you got to convince me. I think Alabama's a playoff team, but the committee, if they see this SEC championship go Georgia's way, I can see it happening. I really can.
And
And
you're
that's
gonna see shit
unfortunate.
get burned down in Tuscaloosa. I promise you. Nick Saban might just take his shirt off on the college game day and quit in prime time. It may go down. However, if it does, I can say this. I don't want any complaints from anybody when this shit gets burned down and the SEC goes, okay, we want 4 automatic bids. We don't want to talk no more. If we don't get 4 automatic bids, we'll do our own playoff with the Big Ten. Forget y'all. Because if Duke loses, there's a chance that 2 G5 teams get in. So Alabama's not going to get in and Texas is not going to get in, but 2 G5 teams are going to get in. Somebody's smoking
That won't
straight
happen.
crack. Okay. You say that
That
won't
won't
happen,
happen.
James. They didn't allow Florida State was undefeated. They didn't allow them in the playoffs. This committee is
That's a
this
different thing
committee is
between a
needs
G5 and a
rehab.
Florida State team. That's totally different. Totally different. Florida State
It
lost
is
their
totally
quarterback, and
different, but the
we were still in
behaviors and the
the
actions of the committee stand, like I said, they are in rehab. They're on drugs. Every time they go in that committee room, they're on rehab and they're itching to take a drug and do some stupid shit. And that's the stupid shit that could happen. You thought Alabama being left out?
That's why we can't leave it up to the committee.
We're going back to computers? I mean, forget it. Let's do it.
Something.
I mean,
Because
AI
there's
is
always
booming. Let's just create a college football AI system. I'm with it. And as soon as it say Memphis gets the first
something.
round pick, I don't want to hear nothing.
That's better than having these old ass men going into a room every Tuesday talking about, well, over there in Tulane, North Texas, they've been playing some good football. Who are they playing, bro? No shade to them. I'm sorry, but no shade to them at all. But let's be for real. Are these dudes competing with? And I probably talked about this a few weeks ago too. Are these dudes competing with the SEC teams? No, they're not beating a 9-3 Texas. They're not beating Alabama. And you want to leave 2 of these teams out, or maybe both, and put one of these teams in because G5. I can't agree with that. I'm sorry.
Listen, Alabama deserves to be in. I think Texas deserves to be in. Let me reinstate that because I know somebody listening on this is gonna be like, "Oh my!" Texas also deserves to be in the playoff. All right. However, you should not be penalized for your conference game. It's the conference. Your regular season is what should get you in the playoff. It shouldn't be your conference game. And it's
Okay.
how they roll.
And I'm not trying to be talking trash or nothing, but we had a Texas team that played Ohio State the closest all year, lost 7-14. Yes,
Right?
that Florida game is a stain. Yes, I get it. but then you beat 3 top 10 teams as well. How can they be left out? And you want to throw in a BYU who got smacked by Tech, and by why you had to get smacked again in the Big 12 championship?
Hey, we beat Vandy. We beat Georgia. We didn't beat Oklahoma. I wish we'd have won that game. We wouldn't be having this conversation. Fuck. However, I understand where you're coming from. Alabama or Georgia? Who you got in the SEC championship?
Alabama. I'm tired of Georgia playing slow and then pulling it out at the end. I just want Alabama to beat the hell out of them.
Okay. Now let's get to where Texas did shine, and this is why I got them in the conversation. They punk little brother once again. A&M blows it.
Hey, hold on. You TikTok A&M fans all year long talking about y'all big and bad to A&M at football's back. Y'all's last conference championship was 1998. Y'all been in the SEC since 2012, bro. 2012 ain't even sniffed the SEC championship. This was y'all year. What happened? Hey, y'all was in those comments talking crazy. Look what happened. And I told y'all was gonna fold. At the end of the season, y'all was gonna fold. Here we are. But sorry, go ahead, Charles. I just wanted to get that off real quick.
The Aggies go to Austin and fold like a pretzel, as James said. Arch Manning, let me talk to you real quick, sir. I appreciate you. You have stood tall. You have been one of God's strongest soldiers, because I'm telling you, there were so many goddamn people that didn't believe in you, me included. I wanted to replace you with Caldwell, sir. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. However, you proved me wrong, and I must give my respects to you. You're becoming a great player. You tell Sarkisian to let you run the fucking ball more. I'm sorry. Let you run the ball more. Because that speed, I ain't never seen a Manny run that fast. Boy, you got some wheels. You feel me? Real hot wheels on it. You can't get those from Walmart. You got to get those from Archie. You feel me? Some hot wheels you got on your feet. Texas defense, you did your job with Anthony Hill Jr. out. You held on. You kind of messed up Marcel Reed. I don't think he gonna be right. He don't look right. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Mike Elko, you took over the defense for A&M. It's been a problem all year. I'm just saying, it's been a problem all year. And I don't know how many people won't understand that they're throwing Ryan Wingo the ball on the first play. Find Ryan Wingo on the first play, and you might get not a turnover, but a negative yards on the first game. I don't know. Maybe.
Another thing too. Texas hadn't even rushed for 100 yards all season, and y'all was the ones. Y'all was the ones.
You came to Austin. All you had to do was win. You were in the SEC championship. Georgia's just chilling. You could have played Bama. I would have really wanted A&M, to be honest with you, more than Georgia. You could have played Bama. Damn, you could have played Ole Miss. Could have looked like it. But no, you failed. And as always, as Aggie, you blew it. I mean, maybe your yell leaders didn't yell loud enough. Maybe the 12th man didn't show up. Or maybe you just are a little brother. And big bank take little bank. I'm sorry. And as far as I'm concerned, Austin still got the big bank. So shout out
and
to
I don't want to
Texas
hear it because y'all played in Austin or anything like that. Yeah,
because
they went to y'all's house last year too.
Beat that ass.
So I ain't trying to hear none of that.
It was a lot more arrests than it were yardage that game. I just want to let you know in that stadium. So speaking of arrests, Pavia, get your family under control. Okay, on the sideline. Vandy whoops the shit out of Tennessee in Nashville, by the way. Shout out to for Vandy for winning that game. 45-24. Pavia is going to New York, James. 18-28, 268 yards, one touchdown, two picks. 20 carries, 165 yards. Put the team on his back. What can I say? He put the team on his back. However, your family needs to understand that your time is up. Your eligibility is clicking. All right. You're either going to be a backup in the NFL or you're going to be a starter in the UFL. That's how it's rocking, sir.
You
Unless
gotta
you go to Johnny.
excuse me. You have to switch the receiver if you go to NFL.
Listen, if I was you, I would go the Johnny Manziel route. I know it's going to cost a little coke, but I mean, sacrifices have to be made. Okay. I mean, and you go to rehab, you get your whole story, and you get a podcast. It could work. It's worked for Johnny. He's your mentor. You got Theo Vaughn. He's your mentor. Just get it cooking. All right. But tell your family to control themselves. They don't make the rules, especially not in Neyland Stadium. And that's why your brother got arrested, looking like his mama. Just, I'm sorry, but trash. Your family's looking like trash on the sideline. Get it together. If that shows up in New York and you win Heisman, you better get it together. We don't do that. And the people on that stage won't accept that.
You can't. That's why you can't give everybody a little bit of motion. Not everybody can handle that. And as you can see, acting an ass. Because what was he at before that? New Mexico, right? Or New Mexico State?
Yeah. Well,
y'all wasn't cutting up like that in New Mexico. Y'all wasn't doing all that. And y'all get to Vanderbilt and probably get a little motion up there and started balling. Now y'all want to act up in the stands and everything. Like, come on, man. Just keep it together, keep it classy, and just let him play football and let him be him on the field. Other than that, all that extracurricular, you don't need all that. That's how careers get ruined immediately. So come on.
Talking about careers getting ruined, James, conferences getting ruined out here. ACC, thank you. I appreciate you. I just want to give you a round of applause for being ass. Just straight ass. We're cussing a lot on this podcast. I'm just go ahead and put a explicit tag in the beginning. ACC straight ass. SMU, you had one job. Okay. You had one job. Beat Cal. Cal is 7-5. Cal has losses to Stanford, Virginia Tech. Boston College almost beat them. But do you know what Cal has that a lot of quarterbacks don't? Saka Patuli, James, 31 of 40, 330, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. Clean, crisp, clean. Did you see him throw the ball with the sidearm?
So I thought this was a lock for SMU. So I didn't even bother watching the game.
I know that parlay hurts.
And I was like, yeah, that's a lock. SMU, what's it called? ACC Championship, Virginia. Yeah. Wake up the next day, Cal on top. What the and I know their quarterback is really good. I no shade to him, nothing like that. But around him, not the greatest. So I didn't even think this was gonna be a game. So that's my fault for not watching the game. I watched everything else but this game. Just because I was like SMU and Virginia ACC. Boy, am I wrong? And my bad to Cal for not giving y'all respect. That's my bad. I should have watched y'all. But anyway, continue.
The ACC championship is Virginia, who's ranked number 1. They're 7-1 in conference. Duke is ranked 6 in the conference. They are 6-2. They win the tiebreaker out of SMU, Miami, Pittsburgh, and Georgia Tech. Duke. They're 7-5 overall. I told you. I said if Duke gets to the ACC championship, they're going to win, brother. Virginia's fraud. We know Virginia's fraud. We've seen Virginia. Like, Virginia's fraudulent, bro. They're fraudulent. Virginia lost to NC State. NC State ain't got no reason to be beating you. These
So let me
close
ask you
ass
this:
games.
if Duke pulls off this win, do we leave out the ACC altogether?
Yes. The ACC's not in the ACC's not in the college playoff if Duke wins this at all. For what? 7-5? I don't give a damn. If Duke at 7-5 gets in and Texas at 9-3, who played a hell of a schedule, does not get in, or even BYU doesn't get in, and they're like only lost to Texas Tech, the conference leader. That's it. Burn it down, bro. Burn all this shit. Automatic bids. You need 4 from the SEC, 4 from the Big 10, 2-2. Not even 2-2. Give them motherfuckers 1-1. I'm sorry. Until y'all can establish that y'all are a powerhouse, 1-1. Y'all don't even get 2. You get a biscuit and a leg. You ain't even getting a 2-piece and a biscuit. You feel me? It's not going down with the ACC and the Big 12.
So your playoff thing, you want 4 automatic bids for the SEC and 4 automatic bids for the Big 10, 2 or 1 for the Big 12. So what is that? 10 spots.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? The last 2 are G5.
No, we're going to 16. We're not going to 12. It's going to 16.
Oh, okay.
So the rest would be at large. So the rest could be.
I thought you were still going off of this bracket. My bad.
No. The rest would be at large. The G5 does get a spot though in that bracket. So 1 G5 team. I don't know why.
Gotcha.
We keep. I didn't know. Big dogs allow puppies to eat these days, but I guess so. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is.
Who was the G5 last year? SMU?
No, it was. Damn, who was the G5 last year? Was it Tulane?
I don't think it was Tulane. I don't remember who it was.
I don't even remember who who was it, bro? They lost bad. Did they play Penn State?
No, that was SMU. If it was
AC. SMU was in the ACC though. SMU was in the ACC. Hold on.
I don't know.
Little break. We gotta see what the hell happened.
I have no idea who it was.
I'm about to tell you exactly who it was. Boise.
Damn,
it was Ashton Jitty. It was Boise.
Oh yeah, Boise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about Boise State.
Damn. Got about that boy Jitty that quick.
Yeah, immediately forgot about that.
Moving on. Let's wrap this up. OU. You almost got put in the fraud pack. I hope you know that. We see you. Mateer, we see you. 3 picks, we see you. On TV. Prime time on the YouTube quad box. We see you. LSU, all you had to do is just call a game, bro. Just call a good game. I mean, I don't know. Run your quarterback.
That dumbass reverse is what did it, bro. Why are we running that right now?
Reverse on a first down too. On first down.
Oh, I thought it was second down.
I don't see you. I don't even know first or second. That's how messed up I am about the reverse right now. They had this. Listen, if they would have won this game, if LSU would have won this game, Kiffin is still going. Texas is going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's as simple as it could get. Because OU's out. Losses to Texas. The best win they would have is us, and we're like 10 in the playoff bracket. So sorry, hate to see it. Sucks.
Yeah, but
OU, Mateer, we do see you. All the problems that the analysts said that you had, they're showing.
We saw it.
In big, what's the IMAX? I wish I had IMAX. They showed it IMAX 4K. Big screen, 4K. We saw you.
So, bro,
Um,
it was the second pick or the third. I can't remember which one it was.
the
He threw it
third one, I was
right
just
to.
like, hey, the third pick, I said, yep. That coordinator's not. The coordinator, I don't know what they were doing in Washington, but when he get him a good quarterback, like if he would have had Taylor Green, oh, well, nah, Taylor Green would really be throwing picks too. I don't know who he could have had, but that offense is nice. That quarterback, I ain't gonna even say what material is. We just gonna say we see you. Okay, we see you.
And LSU on the flip side, 3 picks, and y'all still don't pull it out.
3 picks.
Crazy.
Big Ten, Ohio State, Michigan. I remember telling you that Sharon Moore's time was almost up. Why do you have a $10 million quarterback and he throws the ball 13 times?
I don't know.
I know you don't have any wide receivers. Make them wide receivers. Make them go catch it. What do you have to lose? All you got to do is cover Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. Y'all double team Jeremiah Smith and let him go on a deep ball? How? In the cover 2? How? They making him look like Megatron Jr. And isn't he not? He nice. I ain't gonna even lie. He nice. But he ain't Megatron Jr. Let's just calm down. Maybe Julio Jones, but not Megatron.
It was I think the second field goal.
Yeah.
As soon as they kicked that second one, I was like, Michigan's not gonna win. Because they were in the red zone or whatever. And I was like, y'all got to score a touchdown right here, or y'all not about to win. And I know they were up still, but I was like, nah, that's it. Like y'all not scoring anything. And sure enough, Ohio State just took off after that.
I forgot the running back name was Bo Jackson Jr.
Yeah,
I forgot that. When did that fly over my bald head? That Bo Jackson Jr. was at Ohio State.
yep.
Michigan. If I were you, and I hate to say this because I advocate for all black coaches. I really do. Except for Ed Brown at this moment. Don't ask me why. But I advocate for all black coaches. Sharon Moore is not it. He needs to go back to the offensive line coach. I'm sorry. Michigan needs to go to somebody else. I'm not saying got to go to somebody else, Why? Well, I'm just saying got to go to somebody else. You know what I mean? You have a $10 million quarterback and you have a good running back room. Your offensive line is decent. You need wide receivers. Nick Marsh went into the portal for Michigan State. Go get him. Pay him whatever he wants. Nick Marsh, Bryce Underwood should have a connection next year. He's a sophomore too. So 2 years. You'll get 2 years with it. Let's go ahead and just chop the money up. All right. Appreciate you. And as far as Ohio State, Ryan Day, thank you. Because I did not want to have to come on this podcast with my head down saying, holy shit, you lost 5 times in a row. I didn't want to have to do that. I see the pain in your eyes. Even at the end of the game, you told Sharon Moore, hey, I'm gonna get my players off the field. We don't want to do none of that planting the flag or anything. Michigan, y'all are some hoes for like guarding your logo. Y'all some hoes for that. I just want to let you know for that. Like that's real hoe shit. But it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't expect less more than your coach was crying on national TV like he had won a national championship. But anyway, yeah. Michigan, get it together. Ohio State. We'll see when y'all play somebody. Because y'all haven't played anybody. Indiana coming up. And if Kirk Signetti win that game, my dad is never gonna let me hear the end of it. Ever gonna let me hear the end of it. I think those are all predictions. We got the ACC, Big 12. Oh, Big 12, Tech, BYU. What you think?
Tech. Excuse me. BYU got to do something unbelievable to make me think they're gonna beat Tech because that showing a few weeks ago in Lubbock didn't give me any confidence that they can beat Tech. So they got to just pull something out their ass, to be honest.
Sataki, if you're listening to me, listen. I'm only asking you for one favor and one favor only. Lose this game and go focus on Penn State. It is for the better of the sport that you lose this game. If you don't lose this game, there's going to be a conversation if you go into the playoff over Miami, Alabama, Texas, and maybe even Ole Miss. I don't want you to get your heart broken because they're going to screw you over. I'm sorry, Sataki. This is just how the politics go. The Big 12 don't got they don't got a big swinger over here. Pause. SEC, the SEC got the dough. Go ahead and go to Penn State. Get your player retention right. Get over there, get settled in, and Godspeed, brother. That's all I can say. Because they're going to expect results over there.
If Tech does lose, do we kick Tech out of the playoffs?
No, they're going. No, they still go. They still go.
Why?
Because they've ranked them so high. That's the thing. They've ranked them so high.
Was their significant win? BYU? Arizona State's not ranked anymore. Oh, Utah. I forget about freaking Utah. Never mind.
And Utah almost didn't get ranked. If Kansas could have done their job. That's another thing. Kansas, you frauds. You could have done your job. Their best win to date is Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
Utah's ranked
13.
Utah 13. So they only have one. Well, no, they had the BYU win. So yeah. So they have 2 wins.
Never mind.
They're in. That's what I'm telling you. Do you kick Miami out?
Yeah.
Do you kick Notre Dame? We haven't talked about the biggest frauds.
I wasn't even going to bring it up. Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up, but they don't even deserve to be in the top 10.
And you know what? You know what would be funny? If they do screw over Notre Dame, I won't care. I won't care.
Nah, definitely not.
If the committee's like, you know what? Bama gets in. If all these teams get in, if Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, Oregon, Tech, Ole Miss, A&M, OU, Bama gets in, BYU gets in, Miami gets in, and Texas get in, I won't care. If that means Notre Dame is out, yes, I won't care. For real.
Because their only significant win is USC and then Pittsburgh. And then their significant losses, Miami and A&M.
That's a lot, bro. Mind you, they're 10-2 with no conference game, but Bama got to play a conference game, and my dogs may not make it. Are you serious? Burn this shit. Burn this shit to the ground.
Notre Dame does not deserve to be up there, bro. They're a bubble team, if anything.
Oh my God. Listen, bro. Next week, we're going to see these rankings. And I promise you right now, if Alabama's not in, I'm coming on this podcast and I'm ripping everyone a pair. Every team. I'm going through every team from the top to the bottom. But if that's how the chips fall, that's how it falls. And I just want to know the repercussions that come from that. I don't want to hear any excuses. It is what it is. You created this dumbass system, and if you want to rock with that and change the rules as you go, whatever. It is what it is. James, we got to get out of here. Coaching Carousel will keep you guys updated. I don't know what else is going to happen. I don't know. I mean, shit. Maybe Florida State does fire Norvell and go with somebody else. Maybe don't let them coach next year. Maybe they just get a late start and say, fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. However, Kentucky, Mark Stoops is out. Sataki from BYU is interviewing, or he already interviewed for the Penn State job, looking for paperwork to get done. And then William Steen from Oregon, office coordinator, is going to be the next coach of Kentucky, finalizing the deals as we speak. So that is all I can tell you right now. James, do you have anything else for the people? Any concerns? Any hate you want to put out there?
I told you, A&M fans. I told you. This is uh, if I'm dead, no A&M no longer has haters. But I'm still here, so I'm beyond number one. And y'all deserve that loss. I told y'all was not gonna win that game since the beginning of the season. I don't care if y'all was 11-1, y'all won the national championship. I knew y'all was gonna lose. And here we are, end of the season. Y'all 11-1, no SEC championship, not again, with that expensive ass roster. So I just want to spread my hate to y'all, let y'all know I don't fuck with y'all, and I'm glad y'all lost. Excuse my language.
Well, listen, that's some holiday cheer. I guess you could say holiday season got started early. Notre Dame, get in the conference, get in the field, or get out. That is my hate. Get in the conference, get in the field, or get out. Marcus Freeman, I love you as a coach. The Texas job is waiting for you, brother. You just gotta wait for Sark a couple more years. Appreciate you. Everybody, subscribe to the podcast, please. It is free. It helps us out. Just getting sponsored for the show, getting more visualization of the show, ads and everything. So please sponsor to the podcast on YouTube. I will be uploading this video. We're back to uploading videos. Been having a couple problems. We are back to uploading videos on YouTube. Like it on Apple, Spotify, Amazon. I got it all the podcasts everywhere, audio. This is Charles and James. We are out. Appreciate y'all for listening.
Peace.